Thank you very much for joining me. First question, really, how have you found the conference so far? Interesting?
Yes, very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are the highlights for you so far?
Well, for me, it's interesting to. I just started as director of the Dutch Association for Consulting Engineers, and the most interesting part is to learn what is a very general problem or issue for consulting companies, and which are very specific for certain countries. And this is the interesting part.
So what's the situation with the Dutch engineers? What are they finding is going on with the market? Is there a lot of overlap with what you're hearing today?
Yes, there is. There's a lot of overlap. So, well, the problems with earning money, with low rates for the work. Well, it's the same in our country, and I saw there was a survey on the market, the overview of the market. Sorry, and you could see that the Dutch market is quite big compared to the total economy of the Dutch in Holland. So we have a lot of consultants. The pressure on rates is I think even bigger than in other countries. Maybe. So this is something what's happening. And another thing is all the changes which we are looking to. So about IT, about energy, about world economics. Well, we're also watching what are they going to mean for us as consulting companies. The same as here.
So, what do you think are the unique lessons, I suppose, that the situation in the Netherlands can teach the rest of the world, and what can you take as those said lessons?
I think that's a hard question to answer because I just started and I'm not sure I already have a bright picture of the differences between the Netherlands and the other countries. One thing is I think in the Netherlands we have quite some experience with best value procurement and with procure to make selection based on quality, not only prices. But still there you see that even on paper the selection is on quality. In fact it isn't, because our clients are not make as much difference in the score for quality as they should. And I think that's a lack of knowledge, and this is a problem which is getting bigger. And I think, well, you should know if you want to go on this path of best value procurement, that it needs also the capability by the clients to really see what's the quality of the offers you received.
Yeah, it's a big issue. It's a big issue everywhere, I think, and I think it's something that we can learn a lot from each other and maybe join together as international organisations and help to pressure everywhere. So, turning to sort of other issues as well, is diversity and inclusion a big issue, that something that you're looking to address in the Netherlands as well, or is that something which actually you could help other countries develop for themselves?
I think it's still it is a problem also in the Netherlands. You see that technical studies in the Netherlands are under. There are not many girls doing that. There's still some belief that girls are not capable in mathematics or other technical sciences, and that is a problem. The nice thing is that over the last few years, we gained a few CEOs for consulting companies which are women. Which is nice, and I think this is an important thing. I think if you want to shift to get more diverse for women or for whatever you want to have, you need role models to show everybody that it's possible to manage a company when you are a woman or when you are black or when you are gay or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think this is more important than we think. It's not about it's about our unconscious. I don't know the word. We are not always aware of our
sort of unconscious bias.
Yes.
Prejudices.
Well, this is also in research proven that if there's not an example, we don't think of that of a woman being a good leader. So we need good examples to learn that it's okay to be a woman and a manager. And it's really simple. But even for women, I think if we ought to select someone for a job, which is mainly a male job, we project these male capabilities onto this job, and we think that only a person with the same competences can do this job, which is not true.
No.
So I really think we need role models. Yeah.
And I mean, lastly, what do you think the value is of these kinds of conferences? You know, ACE's European CEO Conference and other such events that we put on. I presume, you know, from the sister organisation in the Netherlands, you think they're of value, but how so for you?
Well, I'm a bit jealous about this conference because it's really interesting. It's there's a lot of CEOs of big companies in all over Europe, and I think the good thing it is not too large or too big. I don't know. So you really get to meet people and talk to them. It's
very sort of close knit and
yes, which works really well. And I think the best thing is if you can. I can imagine if you are a CEO of a big company, it's nice to share your experience and to learn from each other in this kind of cozy surroundings, and can talk openly about your problems, but also your successes, and learn from each other. So I think it's really good to have it. And for me, it's interesting to learn about all these companies and see what they're worrying about or what they're handling.